Welcome back, everybody, to Keys and Gears. I'm Mark, here locally and a lender in Dallas, and I'm here with Bess Dickson, local real estate agent in Dallas, Texas. What are we talking about today, Bess?
What are we talking about today? Well, spring season
Okay.
uh,
Has sprung.
has sprung,
Yep.
and number one question I'm getting in the coffee line is, all right, so is this a buyer's market, a seller's market? Because people are seeing the headlines, and
Interesting.
those are perennial, as you know,
Right.
perennial headline
Right.
grabbers. Either, hey, it's a buyer's market, hey, it's a seller's
Yeah.
market.
What
So,
does that mean? Yeah. And my initial gut reaction when somebody asks me that is, which market are you talking about? Right. So,
oh, that's
so
great.
to me, it's like there's several different layers to this. Are you talking about investment properties? Are you talking about condos? Are you talking about single family homes? Then are you talking about a certain part of town? I mean, there's so many layers to house the market. It really requires, well, what are you looking for? What kind of answer are you looking for? Because I can give you all answers. The market is terrible. The market's great. The market's okay. Just depends on which
It
of these segments you're
depends.
in, right? So, are you first time home buyer? Are
Mhm.
you a seasoned pro? Are you buying a lake house? I mean, which market are you talking about? Real estate is very, are you talking commercial real estate? I mean, there's so many layers to real estate.
It's much more
Yeah.
hyper focused than people
But
realize.
I think in general terms, I think people just want to know, is there an oversupply or undersupply of homes, right? Is that
Right.
kind of what they're looking at?
I think
That's
that's
kind of
really
what they're
what they
asking.
mean as a 30,000 level
Right,
view, right? Before we
right.
deep dive into those micro. And
So what
and
does
so
that mean? I
what does
mean,
that mean,
yeah.
right?
I mean, as
That
a real estate expert, what does that mean? Is it,
right? So it's almost like where do these headlines, where do they get inspired?
right,
And there's actually numbers
right,
behind that inspiration, right? And it's all about months supply.
mhm,
Months supply. What does that mean? Months
right.
supply,
That's
right?
going to be my question.
And that is where, the data gods, they look at how many homes have sold in the last, you can almost pick a number, but let's say the last 30 days, and and how many homes are on the market,
Okay,
right? So if there's 5 homes on the market right now and there's been 5 home solds in the last month, and then we're at a 0 day
right,
supply,
right.
meaning if no other homes came on the market, we would instantaneously be sold
Deplete.
out,
Yep. Hmm.
be
Hmm.
absolutely out of
Yep.
homes,
Yep.
right? And so as the home supplies starts outpacing the demand,
Right.
right? Uh, then that's where you get these headlines that pop up:
Buyer or seller
buyer
market.
market, seller market,
Now, if it's a buyer market, that means, what does that mean? If it's a buyer market, it
buyer
means,
market, right? Generally, it is if it's over a 6 month supply,
okay. So
and
meaning there's more on the shelf than there's buyers looking
right. So, like if no other home went on the market starting today,
mhm,
it would take 6 months or more.
to sell all the homes that are on the market currently.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. For all those sellers to get checks
And the seller market would be the reverse.
would be the
So
reverse.
we're still in a seller market because most of Texas is way less than 6 months, which is kind of the the
True.
the, the benchmark as a normal
It's been the
quote
historic
historical benchmark.
benchmark.
Right.
If you talk to my sellers right now,
Right.
they would disagree.
Right. Well, again, it
They
depends
would
on the
disagree.
neighborhood, right?
Right. Right.
Price point. It depends on so many different
So
factors
many different things.
that with everything, an average is not usually a very good indicator,
No.
in my opinion.
Right.
So,
And that's a whole nother podcast. And that is median is a
yes.
better number.
Right. Right.
Median average. Aren't they the same?
No,
No,
they're
they are
not.
not. Stay tuned for another
Right.
time. But yeah, I mean, right now it neighborhoods. It is, you were talking about the layers. Every neighborhood across the board, we are no longer at the home comes on the market and it immediately sells
Right.
situation with
Right.
multiple
Right.
offers. Right, we're not in crazy town anymore.
Right.
Thank goodness. We're much more normal.
Mhm.
Uh, but this is a new normal for sellers, especially those that talk to their neighbors that sold their home in 2020 and
Right.
2021.
Right.
Uh, they have a set expectation. And so it is still technically a seller's market. But sellers don't feel like that.
And why does it matter if it's a buyer market or a seller's market? What
Perception.
difference?
Perception
Okay.
is reality, right?
Okay.
And part of getting your home sold, if you are a seller, if you are listing your home, is accepting terms that you're comfortable with sharing the keys,
Right.
right?
Right.
And because it's a kind of a tenuous time actually right now, because it's still technically a seller's market. Most neighborhoods, we'll just do a 30,000 level view, are at about 63 days.
From start to finish, from
Start
listing until closing.
and from listing till contract.
Contract time. Okay. All
Okay,
right.
it's about 63 days.
Okay.
Some neighborhoods are significantly more.
Which is really fast. I mean, for a normal quote unquote market, that's
Right.
really fast.
But it's
Still.
really long
Yeah.
for those people that still have a residual memory of 2020
2
and
weeks.
2021, right?
Yeah.
And so buyers are starting to really be demanding on their terms of purchase, and so sellers are feeling a little bit beat
Yeah.
down, if you will.
Like every market, it's a push and pull between buyers and sellers, right? They're all trying to gain the upper hand. And, if there's not enough homes to look at, a lot of times buyers will also give up, right? There's a lot of
There is some of
buyers that have
that.
just simply given up looking because there's just nothing to look at. The reality, though, is when I talk to buyers like that, I say, you're with the wrong agent. That's usually my pushback to them because your home is there. If you really want to find it, you just need to have an agent that is willing to find it for you. And it's no longer just, here's a home I found on realtor.com, go write me an offer. It's not like that, right? And
Thank
even
goodness.
even in
Thank
co-
goodness.
even in COVID times, I pushed back on that. I said you need to rely on your real estate professional to really guide you to find the right home for you. The one that you found is probably not the right home for you
No.
because there's so much more that goes into it that you're not even thinking about. So anyway, so buyers and
Very
seller
true.
market, to me it's an average and it's just a barometer. It's not really, hey, is
Barometer.
it time to
Great
buy and
word.
sell a house, right? It's more of a just in general, if we have a 6 month supply, okay, it's a great market. If we have a 10 month supply, oh my gosh, we may be in trouble, right? If it's a 3 month supply, we're still in trouble because we just, because many buyers will think there's not enough homes on the market and sellers think, well, I can ask the world for my house. No, you can't. It's still a market
What
that
will the
dictates the
market bear?
price, right?
Yeah.
And that's where
Consumer dictates the
that's
price.
coming out of COVID. I think you still have a lot of sellers with the mindset of I can ask for anything because the average, uh, month supply is so low that I should be able to ask for the world, and it doesn't work that way, So, all right, what else do we need to talk about that with buyers and sellers market?
Buyers and sellers market, just all the things you just said. I mean, don't give up. Just keep saving your pennies.
Right.
Real estate is hyper local.
Yeah.
Right. So there are still some neighborhoods. I had a home in Louisville, Texas, which is a bit north of Dallas, and we went under multiple offers in 72 hours.
Yeah.
I have another listing out east of Dallas. Been on the market for about 35 days.
Yep.
And fewer showings.
Yep.
Sellers getting a little nervous. Right. We did stretch the price a little bit, and just talked about that yin and yang. The now we're talking about, well, if we since we did stretch the price, if we do drop it, I'm always of the mind you do not want to price chase, right? Because then you accidentally self-inflict upon yourself as a seller a buyer's market, and that is your buyers are going to continue to save. Your potential buyers are going to continue to save and like you on Zillow or whatever, but they're going to watch.
Yep.
Because now they're like, oh, how low will they go?
Yep.
Terrible time to pay limbo.
And by the way, there's statistics, well proven fact that if you overprice your house, you shoot yourself in the foot.
Oh, absolutely.
And
multiple ways.
And if you're a seller, you got to think of location, condition of the house, and price.
Yes.
And the location and the condition of the house can be adjusted with the price, right? And so you have a lever to pull with a price to adjust for all the other things that buyers are looking at, right? And sellers just don't understand that for some reason. And as a real estate professional, it's very frustrating to have a seller that isn't listening to your, you're in the trenches every day, so you know what's happening. They don't.
I don't know about frustrating. I'll push back gently. Challenging.
Yeah, challenging. Right.
Anyway, an opportunity to learn. All
right.
Well, like today's opportunity.
What do we have today on our favorite segment?
So
what were they thinking?
Okay, I'm going to say, okay, here we go. Good point. Okay, so this is a picture of a fantastic, I love it, fantastic covered patio that someone has taken the time to really finish that ceiling. I think that ceiling is exquisite.
Beautiful.
Talking about details in real estate that add value, right? And the notice those are 6-inch cedar posts, not the rinky-dink 4-inch that people put in. All these good things. Fabulous pool. Thrilled that the pool is blue.
Yes.
Because often
we
look at homes and the pool is green. But we've got chaos going on all around it.
Clutter everywhere.
But why did I want to share this picture of chaos around this amazing area that still looks great even with the chaos? Multiple things. Number one, I wanted to address since August 17th, NAR lost a lawsuit about agency and all these things. And so now I do get pushback on occasion because I am a full fee agent. I'm not a discount fee agent.
Right.
So this home is being listed by a discount fee agent.
Yep.
I was previewing it for a relocation client. Mm-hmm. They specifically said they did not want a pool. Mm-hmm. The listing does not list a pool.
Oh my gosh.
The listing does not list a pool. I had done a Google map, which I always do, just because you get real answers with Google to a certain extent. Right. And it looked like that there was a pool. Anyway, so Funsies does have a pool. Mm-hmm. So it's immediately off the list, even though many other things about it were great. So I thought this would be a very useful illustration for you, dear consumer, of one of the little finesse points of why a discount broker versus, or why a full fee agent versus a discount agent.
And this is the picture that's on MLS?
And this is a picture. Well, no, this is a picture I took.
You took the picture? Okay.
Yeah, but it's actually not too different than other pictures. This would never happen
with your client because you would have coached them to say,
well, that's the other thing.
Like
that's true. Okay, and this family is leaving money on the table.
Yeah.
Because when a buyer comes in, and the rest of the house is pretty clean and neat and nice, when especially with spring and summer, pool season coming, by the time the family gets here, you can blow up the deal. Yeah. And days on market is death to your overall net as a seller.
Yes,
net
correct.
being your money in your pocket.
The longer it takes, the less money you make.
Exactly. So I guess this picture should almost be its own podcast.
Love
it.
There
you go.
Thanks for sharing, Bess. This was informational and instructional. So if you have your house on the market and it looks like this, call Bess.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Love you, mean it.